the 5-second board is up, and for the third and final time this weekend, the JMRG Catering Graduate Sigma 135s all set to go. The red lights are on, and they go out pretty quickly. Away we go. Even start for the first couple of rows. Good launch initially from Rook from row 2. Tries to put himself level as he gets up and up into the gear. Going to the outside line. He might even get the lead down towards turn 1. It's going to be Elwood versus Rook on the inside line. One car from the grass in the background towards the rear of the field. But the 39-strong pack turns its way through Ritchie's for the first time. Looks as though the Elwood has managed to hold on to the position. Another car bouncing over the grass in the background too. And spins in front, and there's contact. That was unfortunate. 7, 11 and 31. That's going to be at least a safety car, not a red flag, I'm afraid. It's 7, 11 and 31 that made contact. The marshal, there's the 5-second board. And let's try this again, shall we? Race 3 of the weekend for Sigma 135s of catering graduates. All set to go. The red lights go on. Revs rise, and we are catering racing again. It's a great jump from Merritt. He really got the launch as soon as the lights went out. But in the second phase of the start, it's Elwood with a better run up through the gears. He beats Merritt down towards Ritchie's corner. But look again, as it was in start number 1. Watch for the red car on the outside. That is David Rook looking for second place, and he gets it. He gets past Merritt, and also in there too, there's more contact further back. 2 more cars are off, one of which is the number 6. And there was a green cage that went off the road in frustration. Number 6. What we do see is almost 4 wide for the lead down towards the complex at Brundle Nelson. Elwood goes to the lead in front of Merritt. So both of them have passed also Rook, and also as Hapgood round the outside. So if he went onto the back straight, leading the race, John, in typical catering fashion, he ends it out of Brundle Nelson down to 4th.
Then on to lap 2 we go, and it will be James Elwood who leads us onto it, but the slipstream for the drivers behind might just get them back involved once more, and it will. Up the inside goes Steve Merritt into the lead. Isn't quite able to follow through there is James Hapgood. He sits there in 3rd place and now looks to try an attack heading down into Wilson.
Yeah, zero temperature on his tyres, clearly. If that was Rook, managed to look after his temperatures much better as one car running wide on the exit. I'm not sure if that's Rook or somebody else, but that's certainly running wide and trying to find a bit more pace. Hapgood sets a new fastest lap of the race. Bryant then takes it. This is the first proper flying lap, and it goes to hit Bryant at a 2:12.9. Not quite the 2:11.1 we saw in the lap record setting run by Steve Merritt earlier on. Hapgood then led across the line. A couple more cars running wide on the exit. The car that was running wide there, I think, was possibly Groom in 7th position. As they come down into the hairpin, the second group was really bunching up into the hairpin behind this leading group of 6 or 7 cars. So again, as Merritt tries to get away, Elwood round the outside into Palmer's. Bryant tries to go with him, but finds the door closed by Hapgood, who was leading a few moments ago. And so as they come down the back straight with Rook and Wakeman still in contention, 6th for the lead, but looks like the Groom and Co. are trying to bridge that gap and make it a much bigger train. It's a phrase we used to be saying quite now, in typical catering fashion. Several people take the fast lap of the race. Goes to Noon with a 2:12.1 up the inside. Looks to be, Jamie to 2 for the price of 1. What a move that was. And it's out goes to 1:11 of Merritt. He runs out wide. But that was a great opportunistic pass. Bryant was in the middle. It was Merritt hang out to dry on the outside line. And Jamie Elwood just took caution to the wind. Said, right, I'm not sitting here any longer. You boys can sit in Flanders amongst yourselves. I'm going up the inside of both of you. That was sensational stuff from Jamie Elwood. He takes the lead. He was the man on pole because he's got it back as far as 6th or 7th. Bryant's in the tow with Hapgood behind them in 3rd position. But Jamie Elwood had no consideration at all for Bryant or Merritt. He slipped back to about 6th or 7th. Elwood back to the front with one of the passes of the weekend. 3 wide into Ritchie's corner, which should be difficult at the best of times, and makes it happen like he's been doing it for years.
So Bryant, new driver to the lead of the race.
Or is it? Because Hapgood went down the middle of both Elwood and Bryant, looks round the outside of Bryant in towards the complex. That's even just as good as the move that Elwood pulled off a few corners ago. So Hapgood splits the 2 of them, who for 1st and 2nd. He goes through the middle of them and takes the lead, exiting Nelson. Through the bomb hole he goes. And look at the train, we said before, the more they battle, look at the train, it keeps on going on and on and on. There are more and more casements in the mix. It's testament to how good this race is. The fact that the man in 8th place has the fastest lap of the race, 2 minutes 12.121. And I don't think it's going to be beaten too much more, because as you're at the back of the queue, as you get a huge sideways moment there as Hapgood pins the throttle on the exit of Murray's to get the run. But he knows he's under threat from Bryant down the pit straight, and Bryant should lead across the line. No, not quite. He doesn't miss it. He misses out on the lead by just 16,000 of a second. 3 wide again. Here comes Elwood. Towards 4 wide down towards Ritchie's corner. And Elwood tried to turn it. He found 2 cars on his apex, and he's off. Off onto the grass on the outside, loses what? 5-10 places in his sequence. He's got 5 and a bit minutes to try and get it back again.
Where are we looking down to now? We are the top 13, top 14 all in a train. There's another spin there down at Agostini. Can they get it back going? Not quite.
Bryant's the new leader. Not much longer he's not. Down towards Ritchie's. Down the outside goes Hapgood. He goes back in front. There goes also Rook, tried to go around the outside there of Merritt and found that Bryant was right in his view line. They couldn't quite make that stick. So here comes Rook on the background. Also is Waitman. Morris is in there as well. Newman, Emery. See what El was doing as well. They all fan out looking for racing room. Hapgood still leads. It's now Merritt in second place, Bryant in third, Rookie fourth. And there goes Waitman down the outside of Brundle for the inside of Nelson. Gets the undercut and 3 goes into fourth place. It's now Rookie in fifth position. Into sixth place is, that's 198. To the last lap of the race here in Sigma 135. So here comes Merritt to the outside line. Sweeps across. Hapgood tries to come back in the side draft. Keeps forcing the issue. Up the inside goes Hapgood. He's going to resist. James Hapgood does in fact keep the lead. And look at Bryant, because Merritt was running too wide on the outside line. He lets Bryant through easily. The rest of the pack comes pouring through right behind them. They're swarming all over each other down towards the complex here at the hairpin at Wilson. They all hit the brakes. Waitman goes down the outside of everybody, tries to get past Henry Morris. And Rook is in there as well, trying to get past Jonathan Emery now into 6th or 7th place. This is fantastic stuff from caterers. It's reminding me exactly why I love this category. We fell in love with it 12 years ago here at Snetterton.
But don't forget as well, you still don't know when we get to the apex of Murray's through the final corner, because then it'll be using that slipstream in the side draft to get the run to the line. It's usually less than a tenth of a second in Caterham. So let's see how it is at the end of this one then. Absolutely nose to tail here between the top 9, that must be. Down the back straight we go.
So, for one final time, hold your breath. Here it comes, side by side for the lead. Hapgood in purple, Bryant in blue, but the 2 cars behind are packing up. It's now Bletchley 4 wide down towards Brundle and Nelson. This should never work. Who's going to come out on top? It's going to be Waitman around the outside of all of them. Fantastic, but he goes too deep. He's going to hold the inside, hold the wall up, and he spins. He's round, makes contact with Hapgood. They all hit each other. Off the road goes 148, and also burst goes Rook. They've all gone to contact. Who's going to lead now? It's Morris versus Merritt, and Merritt holds on around the outside. No, it's Brighton off the road, goes Hapgood again once more. It's all happening on the final lap of the race. This is extraordinary. So damage to Hapgood's car. He's out of it on the outfield, but it's going to be Bryant, of course, number 28, who holds the line up towards Brundle and Nelson and in towards Murray's the final time through all the chaos and carnage of the final lap of the race. Nick Bryant will come through to hold on to the lead. It was the last lap that decided it, and it's going to be to the flag a pretty casual win in the gap, at least, to Nick Bryant. He wins the final race of the weekend for the Sigma 135s in the Caterham Graduates. What a sensational final lap. It's second for Merritt, third for Morris, fourth for Groom. Jamie Elwood comes through in fifth.